Hello students, today we will take the theory of the superconductivity, and in this theory I will tell you something about the BCS theory of the superconductivity. According to this theory, initially we know that for a particular metal the critical temperature, the temperature below which a conductor becomes the superconductor. So, what is the critical temperature was found to depend on the isotopic mass, that is capital M, such that is critical temperature is inversely proportional to the under root of the isotopic mass. Isotopic mass, that if an atom has different isotopes, then for different isotopes their atomic mass will be different and the critical temperature will vary according to this, that is Tc is inversely proportional to 1 upon under root m for each isotope. And also the frequency mu of vibrations of a diatomic molecule is given by mu is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root k over mu, where k, you must be knowing, it is the force constant, and mu is a reduced mass of a diatomic molecule. What is the reduced mass? It is given by 1 upon mu is equal to 1 upon m1 plus 1 upon m2, that is mu is equal to m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2. It means superconductivity is in same way related to the vibrational modes of the lattice of a metal and not just to the conduction electrons. It means the superconductivity or conductivity not only depends upon the motion of electrons, but it also depends upon the modes of vibrations of the atoms of that particular metal. The vibrational modes of a lattice are quantized. They are quantized means they are having the energy in discrete manner, not in the continuous manner. And the quanta of the lattice vibrations being called by a new name, and that is known as the phonons. It is called phonons, Phonons. What are the phonons? Phonons are the quanta which are vibrating in a metal. Now, the mechanism of the superconductivity can be understood that when as a conduction electron passes through the lattice of a metal, it can disturb some of the positive charged ions from their equilibrium position. Means they are vibrating, but when the electrons passes through the lattice, these vibrations are disturbed. These positive ions are disturbed. How this disturbance occurs? Due to this disturbance, these positive charges are pushed together and giving a region of increased positive charge density. Means they are pushed together and they give a increased positive charge density in the metal lattice. As these atoms oscillate back and forth, a second electron passing this moving region of increased positive charge density is attracted to it. How can we understand? That suppose one electron has passed. Due to the passing of this one electron, the positive ions are pushed together and creating a positive charge. Now, when a second electron passes through this high electron density, it is attracted. What happens due to this? The net effect is that the two electrons have interacted with one another using the lattice vibrations as an intermediary. Using these vibrations, now these two passing electrons interact with each other. And this interaction is not a simple type of interaction. What happens due to this interaction? Furthermore, the interaction between the electrons is attractive. Remember, this interaction is attractive because each of the two separate steps involved an attractive Coulombic interaction. This is the peculiarity of this theory. In 1957, Bardeen, Cooper, and Schrieffer, these were the three scientists, gave their theory of superconductivity, and it is known as the BCS theory. B stands for Bardeen, C stands for Cooper, and S stands for Schrieffer. It predicts that under certain conditions, the attraction between two conduction electrons due to a succession of phonon interaction can slightly exceed the repulsion that they exert directly on one another due to Coulombic interaction of their like charges. How can we understand it? That now the interaction between two electrons, which is having a force of attraction, it overcomes the force of repulsion between these two electrons, which would be there in absence of the vibrations of positive charges. The two electrons are thus weakly bound together, forming a pair, and this pair is known as the Cooper pair. What is this is called? This is called Cooper pair. So what is Cooper pair? Cooper pair is a pair of electrons which feel a slight force of attraction between them rather than the force of repulsion. It is these Cooper pair that are responsible for the superconductivity. In short, it can be said that the electron phonon interaction must be strong, and that at low temperature it favors the pair formation. It means this pair formation is favored at the low temperature. It means we cannot explain the superconductivity at higher temperature by this BCS theory. A Cooper pair undergoes less scattering than an individual electrons as it travels through the lattice. The distortion caused by one electron can attract back the other electron, which should be scattered out of its path in a collision otherwise. Since the Cooper pair is stable against scattering, it can carry charge freely through the solid, thereby giving rise to the superconductivity. And the binding energy of a Cooper pair is given by EC0 is equal to 3.53 K multiplied by Tc, where Tc is the critical temperature. So what we have studied in BCS theory? In BCS theory, we can say the conduction is due to the pair of two electrons, not by a single electron, and this pair is known as the Cooper pair. So in short, we can say that Cooper pair are responsible for the superconductivity of the metals. This completes your theory of the superconductivity. Thank you.